Hey, you guys. Sorry about that. So, part two of the Jazzmans Blues review. So, okay, I gotta get refresh my memory. Just give me a second. Okay, so Bayou, he notices. Oh, I remember now. So they're always meeting at this water front by like there's a log that they go to. So they're kissing. So he tells Leanne, aka Bucket, he tells Leanne, he tells her he loves her. He's like, I'm falling in love with you. I love you. So she looks at him. She doesn't say it back. And then I don't know if she runs away after that, but he's like his heart is bleeding. He's like, oh my god, like any man. He's like, oh my god, I told this girl I love her. She didn't say it back. Maybe it was too soon. Like maybe I shouldn't have said it. So he goes over to her house. Oh, so there's a couple of nights that passes that she doesn't come. So he's like, what's going on? That's their ritual. They always at night they sneak off and young love. So so he goes over by her because he hasn't heard from her in like a while. So he goes over by her house, and this is the part that's a little sad. Well, like it's hard to watch. So Tyler Perry always like delves into this. So basically, he goes over by her house, and he sees that the grandfather. Remember, the grandfather was mean, and I said something's not right. I knew something wasn't right. The grandfather. So he sees the grandfather um, raping Leanne, and it was very hard to watch. So he said in the monologue, because all throughout the movie, he's basically telling his story throughout the movie, and he's saying throughout the movie, he's saying he felt like a coward because he didn't come to her rescue while this was happening to her. He felt like a coward. So, um, but he said he had a plan. He was gonna marry Leanne, and they was gonna run away together. That was the plan. So fast forward. Oh, he proposes to her. She agrees to marry him. She said, but then she was talking bad about herself. She was like, "I'm not a virgin." He said, "I don't care. I still love you. I don't care that you're not a virgin. I don't care about none of that." And that warmed my heart. Like I was like, he's a good guy. So they had plans to run away. So he helps his mom with the laundry. His mom has a laundry business. She washes everybody's clothes and brings it back to them. So he's helping his mom with the clothes. And Sissy, I don't know who she's played by. Let me see. Sissy's played by. Hold on. Sissy. Mm, I'm not sure, but Sissy is a very intricate part of the movie. So Sissy, she tells the mother that she wants to go to the city and this, that, and the third. So Sissy tells him, yeah, Leanne's mother came to get her. They about to leave now. He's like, they about to leave now. What the hell? What's going on? So he runs to the house, to the grandfather's house. To he runs to the grandfather's house to see what's going on. All he sees is Leanne in the back seat or the front seat. The mother's telling him, I'm gonna call the sheriff on you because you violated my daughter. You've been violating my daughter. And I'm like, you mean your father has been violating your daughter? Like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna call the law on you. We're leaving, we're out of here. And he's begging her to stay. He's like, please don't go, please don't go, please don't go. I love you, please, please. She's crying, he's crying. It's really sad. So I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? So they drive off. Bayou joins the army, and he's writing her a letter every day. He's writing her. The mother is being bitch. Every time the letter comes, every time a letter comes, she's telling the mailman no. She's ripping up the letters, like throwing them out. She don't want the daughter to have nothing to do with him, cause he's black, and she's a colorist. Essentially, she's a colorist, and okay, so that's that. Okay, the father split. The father, he left, so the brother left because he followed behind the father. The father went to Chicago. The brother went to Chicago. The light skinned brother, he went to Chicago. The father dipped. So the mother starts running a juke joint, which is basically like a club back then. She's running a juke joint. It's making money. Like, the mother's starting to get on her feet without the father, without the brother. Bayou leaves the army. He helps the mother. They both sing. They have amazing voices. That's another thing too. This is almost like a musical because there's a lot of music throughout the movie. It's a lot of music. So the brother comes back into town, the light-skinned brother, and he brings this sick German man, and the mother's like, who's that? Oh, this is a guy I met in Chicago. He's gonna make me a star. This is the light-skinned brother saying this. He's gonna make me a star. Mama, you just gotta get him well. I know you know how to do. She's like, I don't want. So he brought her a sick man to take care of another thing on her plate that she don't need. And she nursed him back to health. And right around this time, I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Oh, okay. She nursed him back to health. Right around this time, Leanne comes back into town. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. It's a little bit jumbled. Okay, I remember now. Leanne comes back into town, but she's not Leanne Bucket no more. She turned into a full Karen. No, not a Karen. She turned into a white woman. She's fully white. Like, she's trying to pass as white. She doesn't want people to know that she's black. She's passing as white. So, which irritated my soul. But her mother put her up to it. Her mother's no good. Her mother, I guess her man left her. She ain't got nobody. The mother man left her. She ain't got nobody. So she putting all her hopes and dreams on her daughter. She said, you gonna get us out of poverty. You finna make it. You basically use what you got to get what we want, basically. Pimping her daughter. That's what she doing. Pimping her daughter. She pimping her daughter to the sheriff's son. Like, they this affluent white, they're this affluent white people in the South. It's just a mess. So she pimps her daughter. They end up getting married, but she don't love him. He don't even know, and that's another thing too. He don't even know that she's mixed with black. Cause if he knew, he'd kill her. Cause he hates black people. Whew. So she gets recognized by Bayou. And he stopped right there. She's like, oh, this, that, and the third. She sneaks off to see Bayou. And they end up making love in the car. I'm a fast forward. They end up making love in the car. The mother sees it. The mother don't want her daughter to be happy. She go to the people, the sheriff, and say, oh, I'll make a complaint about this black, you know what they call them. It start with an N. Whistling at your wife, which is a white woman. And the daughter's screaming. She's saying, no, that's not what happened. That's a lie. She's like, you telling him. Long story short, they finna lynch Bayou because back in those times, you couldn't whistle at no white woman. They finna lynch him. So Leanne tries to stop it. She gets in her car. The mother took the keys. She said, you let that monkey lay on top of you? I said, oh my God. She called this man a monkey. She said, you let that monkey lay on top of you? And she's like, what? Long story short, they going with the pitchforks. They trying to find. So thank God, Sissy. That's why I said Sissy is an important character. There is no small roles in this movie. Sissy is an important character. She overhears them talking to kill this man, which is her good friend and her good sister. She runs. She was out of breath. She ran to the house. She told her mother, please get Bayou out of her. They trying to kill him. They trying to kill this man. Cause the mama done lied. Cause she saw them together and gonna lie and say he whistled at her. So they hop out of town. They have to get out. He go with the brother and the German man to Chicago. And the German man gave him a pep talk, told him to get back in the car, because he was like, no, I feel like a coward. I'm running away from my mom. I'm leaving my mom behind. He's like, you can't help your mom if your ass is dead. So he convinces him. So they go to Chicago to the Casino Royale. And so once they get to the Casino Royale, they do an audition. I think the brother disappeared. The brother's something else. The light-skinned brother. He went somewhere. He wasn't where he was supposed to be. So Bayou ended up doing the audition. They love Bayou. So Bayou is the headliner. Bayou is the headliner for the Casino Royale. It's all about Bayou. The brother hated that. He can't stand Bayou. Oh, you took my shine. Why my name ain't the top of the billing? Why my name why it's after you? It's all about ego with the brother. Cause he look at it like he light skinned, he feeling like he's supposed to be the star. He light skinned Bayou. He's been jealous of, to be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it a buck. He's been jealous of Bayou since day one. So the brother was being not nice. And so Bayou's selling out shows, like he's doing good. And that's another thing too, which pissed me off. He's writing to the mother every freaking day, every week or whatever, sending out money. I guess it's one of those small towns where they ain't got no post box of their own, because he had to, the mother had to pick up her mail at the store. Every time she pick up her mail, the man then opened up her letters. So when he opened up her letters, he see the money. He basically robbing her. Every time Bayou sends his mom money, the man is taking it out the envelope. And I'm so mad that it's back in the day. They ain't got no Western Union or nothing so it could go straight to her. And she got so much pride, she ain't trying to come to Chicago to live with her son. So it's just all bad. And the mother is destitute. She's poor. Nobody's patronizing her establishment. The jukebox, the juke joint is going down the drain. Nobody's messing with her. The cousin came up to Chicago and basically told Bayou like your mother doing bad, basically. She can't even get groceries. The girl tried to give her the groceries. She don't want it. She said it's because you and my son is not here, and it's just all it's a mess. It's all wrong. Basically, what it comes down to is Leanne is a little bit trifling. Her mom is super trifling. I feel bad for Leanne though, because she's a victim of circumstance, but she didn't do enough, in my opinion. She could have did more. She could have did a lot more to try to protect Bayou. She done had this baby. It's really Bayou baby. That's the get you gotcha. That's the spoiler. The baby is Bayou baby, but remember she got white in her. She could pass for white, so she have enough white in her, so the baby ain't come out dark. She keep looking at the baby. Does this baby look dark to you? She's scared as hell. They about to kill her baby if they find out it's not his baby. You know what I'm saying? So when she get ready to have the baby, she put Bayou mom in the mix, had the baby at Bayou mom house. It's just a mess, child. So Bayou has this bright idea to go down. Oh, let me run it back like Turbo. The brother is a junkie. The light-skinned brother, he's a junkie. He's sticking dope heroin in his arms to the point where he messes around. Bayou, I think Bayou should have just let him self-destruct. Bayou cares about him too much because he hid his drugs from him. The boy went on a rampage. Want to beat Bayou up. He trying to get him clean. He hid his drugs. He want to beat Bayou up. So the guy said, you know what? You're out of here. You're trouble. Get out of here. So he blames Bayou for losing his job. So Bayou finds him with a needle in his arm, cleans him up to take him down south with him so he could do a gig at his mom's juke joint. Because Bayou is on the radio. He has a song called Paper Planes. It's a hit. It's called Paper Planes, and it's a dedication to Leanne. He's in love with that girl. He love her. So he takes his brother. First of all, when I saw the brother laid out with the needle in his arm, I thought he OD'd. And I think that's how, to be honest with you, I think that's how they should have ended the movie. Let the brother OD. That's how, it might sound cold, but when I tell you the end part, you're going to feel like that ain't even cold. I'm going to tell you the cold part. It's coming up. The cold part is coming up. So he found the brother with the needle in his arm, got him dressed, put him on the bus. He's still dazed out. Do you know? Okay, so they go down to the mother. You know, mother happy to see him, ain't seen him in years. She's scared for him though. She said, listen, if these people, if they know you here, they gonna kill you because you whistled at a white woman. That's what they think. He said, I'm gonna be in and out. But he sent a note to, the mother don't know. He sent a note to Leanne, tell her, pack up your stuff. I'm coming to get you. Because he was gonna bring her back with him. He's gonna bring her back with him. The man had bodyguards and everything. Do you know the freaking brother? The light-skinned brother, went to the sheriff and said, you know that black man that you was looking for that whistled at the white woman? He's in town. And I know where he gonna be at. And basically, the brother led these people right to his brother. Do you know what happened when they came by his mom's place? Leanne, he finally met his baby. That's another thing too. He finally met his baby for the first time. He didn't even know he had a kid. He met the baby for like 2 minutes. Kissed Leanne, Miss Leanne. The people don't come with the pitchfork on thing. They came with pitchforks. You know how they do. Fire with, they ready to lynch. The lynch mob, they came through. And I was so mad. I told Leanne, me and Leanne was screaming at Bayou saying, please stay on the bus. Please, 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 please. Stay on the bus. Don't get off the bus. Don't get off the bus. Don't get off the bus. This man, I swear his heart is too big for his own good. He gets off the bus because he has to protect his mom and her business. He don't want them to burn down her business and stuff. Not knowing if she lose you, she don't give a damn about that business no more. So he gets off the bus. He says, I'm the one you're looking for. Please don't hurt my mom. Before he could even get the words out, they done shot this boy. All I heard was pop. Poor Leanne, she witnesses them killing her child's father, the love of her life. Not only did they shoot him, oh, this kind of chokes me up. Not only did they shoot him, they took a freaking rope, put it around his neck, and strung him up on the tree. And that's another thing too. This movie is really eye-opening. Because you hear about lynchings, but you never really see a lynching. And for me to see a lynching, that took me to a dark place. When I saw his face, how bloated, it gave me chills, and it gave me like Emmett Till. You know what happened to do your research. If you don't know what happened to Emmett Till, look up Emmett Till and how his face was bloated, because how they treated his body, not even after, like during death, after death, they threw him in a river. They did all the most despicable things to Emmett Till. So when the mother heard the gunshot, she was in the establishment. She ran out, and the freaking brother came in there. He didn't have a kid. He looked happy. He was happy. He was smiling and carrying on. And when she heard the shot, and the brother kept saying, they ought to just hang you, kill you, or whatever the case. So, yeah, it was when the mother saw her son hanging on that tree. That was the most ugliest. She let out such a wail. Woo. But I want to go back to how the movie started because I think I started it a little bit late. So in the beginning of the movie, there's a television playing, and there's a man on the television talking about Negroes is this and Negroes is that. Just a lot of racist rhetoric. And the woman turns off the television, walks down to the, I don't know if it was a sheriff, some council, some type of building, some important building, looked like a courthouse, something. And she goes into the office and she says, here, she had a stack of letters she gave to the man and said, I would like to report a murder. And he's like, well, something you should take to the county, to the sheriff. She's like, no, this is for you. It happened 40 years. So this is all the letters. This is how the story starts, from the letters. The letters is piecing things together. So when we get back into present time now, the man is sitting, finishing up the letters. And the man takes a drive to a nursing home. So he takes a drive to the nursing home, and we see he goes in the back. Oh, he's looking at baby pictures. So that's when I put 2 and 2 together. And when I put 2 and 2 together equal 4, he was the baby. He was Leanne's baby, Bucket's baby, which in turn made him Bayou's baby. So the murder was personal to him because that was your father. They did that too. They lynched your father. Basically, your father was lynched 40 years ago. And he saw his mother. She was playing Bayou's song in the background. And she had a paper plane next to her. So he gave her the letters. She smiled from ear to ear. She was so happy. Because I think she felt a sense of relief that the truth, it was hard for her her mind was, she wanted the truth to come out. So finally it came out. When I tell you that man's face cracked in 101 pieces, because just imagine how the movie started. That's important. That was an eye-opener. In the beginning, he was talking about Negroes is this and black people is this. Because in his mind, he thought he was white. Then at the end of the movie, when he realized the same thing that you spew so much hate about, which is black people, you spewed all this hate and this negative rhetoric, negative connotation about skin color, which has been that's still a big issue, skin color in America. And you acted like it wasn't anything. And then you found out years later that you're black. Black blood runs in your veins. Your dad was fully black. Your mom passed for white. She lived in a colorist society which would not let her be a black woman. So she morphed into a white woman because life would be easier for her being a white woman. And she was with a man she didn't even love because of society. And your daddy black. Your daddy is black. And they lynched your father. And the end of the movie was basically him sitting on the porch. There was a freaking Confederate flag flying to show you how segregated it was. And I think he just sat in like disbelief or whatever. But I thought from out of I give it a 10 out of 10. I think this is one of Tyler Perry's better films. I love the message. The acting was superb. The brother, that's how you know somebody played a character well, is if you hate them. And I hated him, so I think he did a great job playing that character, the brother. And I think everybody did a great job playing their characters and the roles that they had. And what I liked about the movie was it discussed a lot of heavy topics in a way where it needed to be, as far as like incest, as far as like colorism, as far as like jealousy when it comes to sibling rivalry, jealousy. We are our own worst enemies sometimes as a people. We could be our worst enemies. Like his own brother did that to him, his own blood. So that happens a lot. So I think the movie, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I would definitely recommend a Jazzmans Blues. I think we definitely need more stories like this being told. So I just want to say thank you, Tyler Perry and Netflix, for Jazzmans Blues. I definitely liked it, and I look forward to seeing more projects from Netflix like this.